and welcome to the Young Composers Project YouTube channel. I'm Kat and I'm a third year music composition student studying at the Royal Birmingham Conservatoire, and I'm also a mentor as part of the YCP programme. Today I'm going to be talking to you about my own music and the different ways that I use graphic notation. If you'd like to know more about graphic notation and learn about a few different composers that use that style, check out my previous video, it'll be linked down below. First off, I'd like to talk about one of my very recent graphic scores. This is a piece called Lines that is written for solo piano. As you can see, this score contains a mixture of both graphic and standard notation. The main concept behind this piece is that I wanted the physical score to be very overwhelming for the performer. Quite often, standard Western notated music is regarded as having a lot of ink on the page. This means that there's a lot of notes, there's a lot of black ink going on, it's very overwhelming for a performer. So I decided I wanted to include this element in a graphic score. For that, I used the similar lines and structures that you'd see in standard notation. I'm now going to hand you over to Gina McDonald, who actually performed this piece recently for me, and so she can talk to you about her experiences of playing this graphic score.
When I first saw the score of Lines, I was really intrigued. Usually Cat gives me a lot less notes to play and a lot more interpretation, but I kind of felt in a way that it was more freeing. I loved there were parts that were completely blank, parts where the score was just blacked out. It gave me a lot to think about even before I sat down at the piano. Working with a graphic score as opposed to typical Western notation, it's a completely different playing field. It takes a while to get used to it first. I think it's all just about confidence in your ideas and like the composer's confidence that you will find those ideas in their work. It's great that I have such a good relationship with Kat because I know she trusts whatever I'm going to work on. Whereas I don't tend to have a relationship with Mozart or Bach, so I kind of have to rely on different things for that. Working with a graphic score is a lot more free, but also a lot more daunting. It's a completely different playing field. When I was preparing for this performance, or recording in this case, I try to think more than I do. I try and sit with the score for a long time before I even go to the piano. I'll work out a few basic ideas. I mean, it was less working out my ideas and more listening to Kat's ideas in this sense. But I like to get to know some of the music, make sure I can play it a lot of the time, and just get a general idea of what I might want to do with it. And I think a lot more than I play. And once I play it, I'll try and get it done in as few takes as possible. This, I think I only took 2 takes, and that was only on one of the pieces. Everything else was first take, because I wanted to be as authentic and my genuine reaction to the score as possible. Because if I start thinking about it too much, I don't think it achieves what I think it should achieve.
That's all for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to check out my previous video on graphic notation, linked down below. Bye!